Omoplata escapes, okay? So Jordan here is gonna put me in a omoplata, right? And so I have several escapes. We're talking about this one shoulder roll escape. Let's talk about how he would correctly do something though. Jordan's gonna come up, connect his hands, right? So it doesn't matter if it's here or head and arm, right? He's got his hands connected around me, especially like, say I'm here like this. I can't quite shoulder roll through him. It locks me. Watch, let go of your hand, Jordan, just a little bit, and I can now move. Look, I can even use my hips on Jordan's arm to drop weight on him to change the position, right? So that's what we're going to talk about is that Granby roll, hip roll, whatever you like to call it, right? So he's got me in an omoplata, but we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about if Jordan holds onto my sleeve or if he doesn't when he comes up, right? So he comes all the way up, he's chasing my hip, he's already come up to my arm. This sometimes is already right here. You're so late. So I start to do this movement where I like this. I'm gonna do it with no hand. Watch. I'm just gonna go like this. Right, so I'm trying to come out like that. Right? He can pull his arm out, of course. You know, I'm just showing with no hands. One more time. Now, here's where I want to use my free hand. He comes up to catch my shoulder. I'm gonna start shoulder rolling, and then I'm gonna maintain wrist control. He's usually gonna, you know, I don't want to just flop because then he'll pass the guard. Right, he's here, or he'll drop his elbow right here. Right, and then it's no bueno, right? So when I'm in this position, his arm's so close right here, that when I shoulder roll, I'm just trying to find this in the air. Now I want to make sure that my butt is on it or my hamstrings, not past my back. Okay, so I'm here like this. Past my back, he can come around my back, and I lose it in the front. So I'm going to chop his armpit down with my hamstring. Now this is if he doesn't hold on to my arm right here. I'll be able to reach up. Jordan, try and shoulder roll right now. Right, so his shoulder's pinned. It's very difficult for him holding his wrist. So I'm reaching underneath over here, and I'll show you in a different angle in a second. I'm grabbing his lapel. He's not going anywhere, so it's an easy grab for me. I'm going to switch my base and take his back, right? You get your choke. Walk this way. So here he comes up. Oh, I control his wrist. I switch, and I pin over here. Let go of my wrist. I'm up here like this. I grab the lapel because he can't really go anywhere, right? Like you would think that he could do it back to me, but it's very hard for trying to do it to me, Jordan. So he can't do it to me because his shoulder's pinned on the floor so hard. So I grab. I'm already going to feed my hand to the other collar. Look, so I'm in here like this. Switch my base, take the back, and I get my collar choke, right? Okay, so that's if he doesn't, just a little bit normal pace, nothing crazy. Well, you'll feel the tension. When I come up, I know when I slam this dude down, if he's gonna let go of my wrist or not. You'll feel it because he's holding on to my arm right here. So I spike him on the ground, right? You can tell when you'll have to feel it. It's not a YouTube thing, we just learned you gotta have to feel it. So I can tell where he had that. Here's another thing I want to talk about though. My butt, my hips are behind his arm like I was talking about, and I'm spiking with my hamstring. If you allow yourself to be past his arm while you're doing this. See, my butt's past his arm. This may look cool when I go over his arm, but he's past me now. See, yeah, I start. So then he becomes behind you, so don't make that mistake. So again, we're here. When I get this position, right, I want to be on my hamstrings or my butt, not past. So I'm here, I chop. Ooh, okay, I know he's not gonna hold on to my arm. I come up, I grab the collar already, beat the collar, switch my base. All right, so that's a perfect world, and he doesn't hold on, right? So now let's talk about how he holds on, okay? So I can feel it because there's tension. He comes up, doing the same thing, right? I hip roll. I can tell he's gonna hold on, okay? So come over here, Olivia, so you can see my elbow on this side, Okay, so my elbow, because watch this, triangle me, Jordan, right? So he can start to do that stuff if I sit up into it. So I don't want to do that. So it's about my elbow. Watch my left elbow on the mat. Hold my sleeve, Jordan. Hold my sleeve tight, right? And they don't expect this because of the position we're in. Remember, we're controlling the armpit. Don't forget that. But watch my elbow goes over. Now it's on the mat. Okay. So if he backsteps, try and scoop my head with your ankles, buddy. Like some guys are gonna try and do that, but my elbow's on the mat. You see? Scoop my head again, Jordan. Elbow off the mat. Hold into a triangle, possibly more omoplatas. So your elbow's on the mat. Then like a leg lasso, I'm gonna start swiveling my hand free. And I'll break that grip, and I'm gonna pull his hip down, and I'll start coming up into an over-under pass. You have to be conscious if he's holding on to your sleeve or not. So when I hit the rope, I control him. Boom. Oh, I felt just hold on to my sleeve. Don't lift your head. Don't sit up. Just control his arm. And get my elbow on the other side of his knees. See? Like that. Then I'm going to swivel my arm in. I'm coming this way. Spread your legs, stay on your knees more, Jordan. And then watch. I pull that far side arm, or hip, sorry. Right? And my hand's already diving under. I need to get my legs out of the way. And I'm pulling them into the over-under position. And I start coming up, going into my pass positions. One last time. It's a lot of info. Woo. Oh, he already let go there. That's cool. Right? So look. It's a concept, not just a technique, right? It can end up all kinds of different crazy ways. In terms of like taking us back and just little slight variations and transitions, but to understand that counter movement. Ready, set.